All of Macbeth's lines, use these as quotes for your essay. So foul and fair a day I have not seen. Speak, if you can, what are you? Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Sinel's death I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives? A prosperous gentleman, and to be king. Stands not within the prospect of belief. No more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence? Or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way? With such prophetic greeting, speak, I charge you. Witches vanish into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had stayed. Your children shall be kings. And Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so? The Thane of Cawdor lives, why do you dress me in borrowed robes? Aside. Glamis, and Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. To Ross and Angus. Thanks for your pains. To Banquo. Do you not hope your children shall be kings? When those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them. Aside. Two truths are told. As happy prologues to the swelling act. Of the imperial theme I thank you, gentlemen. Aside. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success? Commencing in a truth, I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion? Whose horrid image doth unfix my hair, and make my seated heart knock at my ribs? Against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man. That function is smothered in surmise. And nothing is but what is not. Aside. If chance will have me king, why, chance may crown me. Without my stir. Aside. Come what come may. Time and the hour runs through the roughest day. Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king think upon what hath shanked, and at more time. The interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other. Till then, enough come, friends. The service and the loyalty I owe, in doing it, pays itself. Your Highness' part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state, children and servants, which do but what they should, by doing everything save toward your love and honor. The rest is labor, which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So, humbly take my leave. Aside. The Prince of Cumberland, that is a step on which I must fall down, or else leap. For in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears, when it is done, to see. My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight. Tomorrow, as he purposes, we will speak further. If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well. It were done quickly. If assassination could trammel up the consequence, and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach. Bloody instructions, which being taught, return to plague inventor. This even-handed justice commends ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed, then, as his host. Who should against his murderer shut the door? Not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued, against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity, like a naked newborn babe, striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim, ored upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself, and falls on each other. Enter Lady Macbeth. How now? What news? Hath he asked for me? We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon. Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none. If we should fail, bring forth men children only. For thy undaunted mettle should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received, when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber, and us their very daggers, that they have done I am settled, and bend up, each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. A friend, being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought. I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business. If you would grant the time, if you shall cleave to my consent, when 'tis, it shall make honor for you. Good repose the while. Go bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Exit servant. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools o' the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and dudgeon, gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs. Thus to mine eyes now o'er the one half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse. The curtain sleep, witchcraft celebrates, pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder. Alarumed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch, thus with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time, which now suits with it. Whiles I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. A bell rings. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell. Within. Who's there? What, ho! I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise? When? As I descended? Hark, who lies ith second chamber? This is a sorry sight. Looking on his hands, there's one did laugh in sleep, and one cried, murder. That they did wake each other, I stood and heard them. But they did say their prayers, and addressed them again to sleep. One cried, God bless us, and, Amen, the other. As they had seen me with these hangman's hands. Listening their fear, I could not say Amen. When they did say, God bless us. But wherefore could not I pronounce Amen? I had most need of blessing, and Amen stuck in my throat. Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep, the innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the ravelled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life, sore labour's bath. Balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course. Chief nourisher in life's feast. Still it cried, sleep no more, to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cotter shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more. I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on tea again I dare not. Whence is that knocking? How is tea with me, when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? Ha, they pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No, this my hand will rather. The multitudinous seas incarnadine, making the green one red. To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Knocking within. Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst. Good morrow, both. Not yet. I'll bring you to him. The labor we delight in physics pain. This is the door. He does. He did appoint so. 'Twas a rough night. Lennox. What's the matter? What is tea you say? The life? Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time, for, from this instant, there's nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys, renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere lees is left this vault to brag of. You are, and do not know tea. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood, is stopped, the very source of it is stopped. Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury, that I did kill them. Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, and furious, loyal and neutral, in a moment? No man. Expedition of my violent love. Outrun the pauser, reason. Here lay Duncan. His silver skin lacked with his golden blood, and his gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature. For ruin's wasteful entrance, there, the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers, unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain? That had a heart to love, and in that heart, courage to makes love known? Let's briefly put on manly readiness, and meet ith hall together. Here's our chief guest. Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir. And I'll request your presence. Ride you this afternoon? We should have else desired your good advice, which still hath been both grave and prosperous, in this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow. Is tea far you ride? Fail not our feast. We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall have cause of state, craving us jointly. Hie you to horse, adieu, till you return at night. Goes fleet with you. I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Exit Banquo. Let every man be master of his time, till 7 at night, to make society the sweeter welcome, we will keep ourself till supper time alone, while then, God be with you. Exeunt Lady Macbeth, lords, and see. Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men. Our pleasure? Bring them before us. Exit servant. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared, 'tis much he dares. And, to that dauntless temper of his mind. He hath a wisdom that doth guide his valor, to act in safety. There is none but he, whose being I do fear, and under him my genius is rebuked, as it is said. Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He chid the sisters, when first they put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they plucked a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my gripe, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If 't be so, for Banquo's issue have I filled my mind, for them the gracious Duncan have I murdered, put rancour in the vessel of my peace, only for them, and mine eternal jewel, given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come, fate, into the list, and champion me to th utterance. Who's there? Enter servant with 2 murderers. Now go to the door, and stay there till we call. Exit servant. Was it not yesterday we spoke together? Well then, now, have you considered of my speeches? No. That it was he, in the times past, which held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self? This I made good to you in our last conference, passed in probation with you. How you were borne in hand, how crossed, the instruments, who wrought with them, and all things else that might, to half a soul and to a notion crased. Say, thus did Banquo. I did so, and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature, that you can let this go? Are you so gospelled to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave, and beggared yours forever? I, in the catalogue ye go for men, as hounds, and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, chows, water rugs, and demi-wolves are clept, all by the name of dogs. The valued file distinguishes the swift, the slow, the subtle, the housekeeper, the hunter, every one, according to the gift which bounteous nature hath in him claused, whereby he does receive particular addition, from the bill that writes them all alike, and so of men. Now, if you have a station in the file, not ith worst rank of manhood, say t, and I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you to the heart and love of us, who wear our health but sickly in his life, which in his death were perfect. Both of you. No Banquo was your enemy. So is he mine, and in such bloody distance, that every minute of his being thrusts against my near st of life, and though I could with bare fact power sweep him from my sight, and bid my will avouch it, yet I must not. For certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop, but wail his fall, who I myself struck down, and thence it is that I to your assistance do make love, masking the business from the common eye, for sundry weighty reasons. Your spirits shine through you. Within this hour at most, I will advise you where to plant yourselves, acquaint you with the perfect spy oth time, the moment on tea, for tea must be done tonight, and something from the palace. Always thought that I require a clearness, and with him, to leave no rubs nor botches in the work. Fleet his son, that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon. I'll call upon you straight, abide within. Exeunt murderers. It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight. We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close, and be herself, whilst our poor Malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint. Both the worlds suffer. Ere we will eat our meal in fear, and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst, nor steel, nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further. So shall I, love, and so, I pray, be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence, both with eye and tongue. Unsafe the while, that we must lave our honors in these flattering streams, and make our faces vizards to our hearts, disguising what they are. Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest that Banquo, and his fleet, lives. There's comfort yet, they are assailable. Then be thou jocund, ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, ere to black Hecate's summons the shard-born beetle, with his drowsy hums, hath rung night's yawning peal. There shall be done a deed of dreadful note. Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand, cancel and tear to pieces that great bond, which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to rookie wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, whiles night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So, Arthy, go with me. You know your own degrees, sit down. At first and last the hearty welcome. Ourself will mingle with society, and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but, in best time, we will require her welcome. See, they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. Both sides are even, here I'll sit midst. Be large in mirth, anon we'll drink a measure. The table round. There's blood upon thy face. 'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched? Thou art the best cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for fleed. If thou didst it, thou art the nonpareil. Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound in to saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe. Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies, the worm that's fled. Hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for present, get thee gone. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again. Exit murderer. Sweet remembrancer. Now, good digestion wait on appetite, and health on both. Here had we now our country's honor roofed, were the gract person of our Banquo present. Who may I rather challenge for unkindness, than pity for mischance? The table's full. Where? Which of you have done this? Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me. I, and a bold one, that dare look on that, which might able the devil. Arthy, see there. Behold. Look. Lo. How say you? Why, what care I? If thou canst nod, speak too. If charnel houses and our graves must send those that we bury back, our monuments shall be the maws of kites. Ghost disappears. If I stand here, I saw him. Blood hath been shed ere now, olden time. Ere humane statute purged the gentle wheel. and since 2 murders have been performed. Too terrible for the ear, the time has been. That, when the brains were out, the man would die. And there an end, but now they rise again. With 20 mortal murders on their crowns. And push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is. I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down, give me some wine, fill full. I drink to the general joy oth whole table. And to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. Ghost rises again. To all, and him, we thirst. And all to all. Avaunt. And quit my sight. Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes, which thou dost glare with. What man dare, I dare. Approach thou like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, or Hircan tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble, or be alive again. And dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit then, protest me. The baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow. Unreal mockery, hence. Ghost disappears. Why, so, being gone. I am a man again, pray you, sit still. Can such things be? And overcome us like a summer's cloud? Without our special wonder? You make me strange. Even to the disposition that I owe. When now I think you can behold such sights. And keep the natural ruby of your cheeks. When mine are blanched with fear. It will have blood, they say, blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Augurs, and understood relations, have. By magpies, and choughs, and rooks, brought forth. The secret st man of blood, what is the night? How sayest thou, that Macbeth denies his person? At our great bidding? I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them but in his house. I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow. And betimes I will, to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for now I am bent to know. By the worst means, the worst. For mine own good. All causes shall give way, I am in blood. Stepped in so far that, should I wait no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. Strange things I have in head, that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned. Come, will to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed. How now, you secret, black, and midnight hags? What is you do? I conjure you, by that which you profess. How are you come to know it, answer me. Though you untie the winds, and let them fight against the churches, though the yesty waves confound and swallow navigation up. Though blade corn be lodged, and trees blown down. Though castles topple on their warders' heads. Though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasure of nature's Germans tumble all together. Even till destruction sicken, answer me. To what I ask you. Call M, let me see M. Tell me, thou unknown power. Whate'er thou art, for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fear aright, but one word more. Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee. Then live, Macduff, what need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure. And take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live. That I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies. And sleep in spite of thunder. That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix his earth-bound root? Sweet bodements, good. Rebellious head, rise never till the wood of Burnham rise, and our high-plocked Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom, yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom? I will be satisfied, deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know, why sinks that cauldron? And what noise is this? Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down. Thy crown does sear mine eyeballs, and thy hair, thou other gold-bound brow, is like the first. A third is like the former filthy hags. Why do you show me this? A fourth, start, eyes. What, will the line stretch out to th crack of doom? Another yet, a seventh, I'll see no more. And yet the eighth appears, who bears a glass, which shows me many more, and some I see, that twofold balls and treble scepters carry. Horrible sight, now I see 'tis true. For the blood-boltered Banquo smiles upon me, and points at them for his what? Is this so? Where are they? Gone, let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in, without there. Saw you the weird sisters? Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse, who was T came by. Time, thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighty purpose never is o'ertook, unless the deed go with it. From this moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with axe, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon five, give to th edge o th sword, his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are. Bring me no more reports, let them fly all, till Burnham would remove to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth, no man that's born of woman shall have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. Enter a servant. The devil damn thee black, thou cream facete loon. Where got st thou that goose look? Geese, villain. Go prick thy face and overread thy fear. Thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers, patch death of thy soul. Those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, way face. Take thy face hence. Exit servant. Seaton, I am sick at heart. When I behold Seaton, I say, this push will cheer me ever or deceit me now. I have lived long enough, my way of life is fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age, as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must not look to have, but, in their stead, curses, not loud but deep, mouth honor, breath, which the poor heart would fain deny, and dare not. Seaton. What news more? I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor. I'll put it on. Send out more horses, skir the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor? Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles of the brain. And with some sweet oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff, which weighs upon the heart. Throw physic to the dogs, I'll none of it. Come, Put mine armor on, give me my staff. Seaton, send out doctor, the thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch if thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health. I would applaud thee to the very echo. That should applaud again pull tea off, I say. What rhubarb, senna, or what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Here st thou of them. Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death and bane. Till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane. Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still, they come. Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn, here let them lie. Till famine and the ague eat them up. Were they not forked with those that should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. I have almost forgot the taste of fears. The time has been, my senses would have cooled. To hear a night shriek, and my fell of hair would at a dismal treatise rouse and stir. As life were in tea. I have supped full with horrors. Direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me. She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, creeps in this petty pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player, that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Enter a messenger. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly. Well, say, sir, liar, and slave, if thou speak st false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, till famine cling thee, if thy speech be sooth. I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull in resolution, and begin to doubt th equivocation of the fiend, that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes toward Dunsinane arm, and out. If this which he avouches does appear, there is nor flying hence nor tarrying here. I gin to be aweary of the sun, and wish th estate oth world were now undone. Ring the alarum bell, blow, wind. Come, rack. At least we'll die with harness on our back. They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly. But, bear like I must fight the course. What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one. Am I to fear, or none? Thou lt be afraid to hear it? My name's Macbeth. No, nor more fearful. Thou wast born of woman. But swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn. Brandished by man that's of a woman born. Why should I play the Roman fool, and die on mine own sword? Whiles I see lives, the gashes do better upon them. Of all men else I have avoided thee. But get thee back, my soul is too much charged with blood of thine already. Thou losest labor. As easy mayst thou the intr enchant air, with thy keen sword impress, as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born. Accursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed, that palter with us in a double sense, that keep the word of promise to our ear, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee. I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse, though Burnham would be come to Dunsinane, and thou opposed, being of no woman born. Yet I will try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield, lay on, Macduff. and damned be him that first cries, hold, enough. Exeunt fighting. Alarums.